everyone, in this video we will cover the current affairs. Before we move ahead, let me inform you that these questions are part of our daily 20 MCQ series in GK Today's Academy Android application. So if you are looking for the text version of these questions and their explanations along with the interactive quiz, you may consider joining our daily 20 MCQ series in Academy Android application. So in this app course you get daily 20 MCQs, a fortnightly quiz, a monthly revision document, and also category-wise revision e-books which are optimized for reading on your mobile itself. Apart from it, you are also able to access all archives of questions from January 2020 onwards. Please check our Telegram channel. The link is given in the description box. You can subscribe to it if you find it relevant. For hard copy books, you can visit our website gktbooks.com. Okay, so now without wasting any further time, let's get started.
Good morning everyone. Welcome back to GK Today. And today we'll be discussing most important MCQs for 18th of November 2021. Starting with very first question, which Indian state has approved the Protection and Regularization of Contractual Employees Bill 2021? So the Punjab Cabinet has recently approved this particular bill for regularization of services of nearly 36,000 employees who were working on contract, ad hoc, daily wages and on temporary basis in various government departments. So the cabinet chaired by Chief Minister Charanjit Singh Channi gave nod to this particular bill for regularization of the services of contract employees. Now a few days back we have seen that the cabinet of Punjab has also given approval to the Punjab Tissue Culture Based Seed Potato Rules 2021. So this basically aims to develop Punjab as a standard potato seed center, and this is expected to boost potato cultivation in the state. So now with this new rule, Punjab will be the very first state in the country to have the facility of tissue culture based certification. Okay. Now apart from it, the Excise Department of Punjab launched the Operation Red Rose in the year 2020 to curb illicit liquor trading and to deal with excise related crimes. Now why it was in news? Because recently it has been using precise tracking and monitoring systems like global positioning system, that is GPS technology, to check illicit distillation and smuggling of liquor, which has obviously led to rise in suspects booked for crimes and convictions and also rise in revenues. Okay. Now last month Punjab had also launched Innovation Mission Punjab that will bring in the global investors and experts to catalyze the startups. So this mission will boost the growth potential of Punjab and create a thriving economy by means of generating jobs and inviting investment. Okay. Question number 2. Which Indian state or union territory is set to launch the anti-open burning campaign? So recently the Delhi government has announced that it will launch a month-long campaign against the open burning of garbage in the national capital. So as per the Delhi's Environment Ministry, there are 4 reasons responsible for air pollution in Delhi. First is open burning of garbage. Second is dust pollution. Third is vehicle pollution. And last is stubble burning. So under the anti-open burning campaign, a total of 550 teams from 10 departments will work to control instances of open burning. Okay. Now also a few days back we have seen that Delhi government has recently launched Shramik Mitra scheme to ensure that the benefits announced by the government reach to the construction workers. And under this scheme, around 800 Shramik Mitras will reach the construction workers at their doorsteps and inform them about the schemes and policies of government and provide them assistance if required. Okay. And not only this, last month Delhi government has identified 150 pollution hotspots in the city for strict monitoring and control measures. Also it has launched an advanced green war room along with a green application that will look into the problems pertaining to the kind of pollution throughout winter. Also, a 21-member team has been formed to manage the Green War Room, which will work 24/7 to monitor the pollution situation there. Okay. Also recently, Delhi government has started spraying water on roads using anti-smog water tanks because according to Delhi Pollution Control Committee, the air quality index has risen to severe category. Hence, to control the situation, the government has also banned 92 construction sites for violating the norms. Okay. Question number 3. What is the rank of India in the Climate Change Performance Index? So this index has recently been released, which ranks the countries on the basis of their performance to abate climate change. And the report has been compiled by German Watch, which is a Germany-based non-profit, non-governmental organization, and the top 3 spots in the list of a total of 60 countries remains totally vacant as no country performed well enough to qualify. Okay, and India was ranked at 10th spot with a cumulative score of about 69.22. Fine. Now apart from it, India's rank in the inaugural Global Policy Index is 18 out of 30 countries, and the top 5 countries are Norway, then New Zealand, Portugal, UK and Australia, while the lowest 5 countries are Brazil, Uganda, Indonesia, Kenya and Mexico. Okay. Now also we have seen that recently Union Commerce and Industry Ministry has released LEADS report of 2021. LEADS stands for Logistics Ease across different states, and in this Gujarat was at top position for the 3rd consecutive year, and it was further followed by Haryana and Punjab. So basically it ranks 21 states on the basis of logistics parameters such as infrastructure, services, operating and regulatory environment. Fine. Question number 4. Who is set to succeed Admiral Karambir Singh as the Chief of Naval Staff? So Vice Admiral R. Hari Kumar would be succeeding Admiral Karambir Singh as Chief of Naval Staff. Since Admiral Karambir Singh is retiring from the naval services on 30th of November 2021. So presently R. Hari Kumar is the Flag Officer Commanding in Chief of the Indian Navy's Western Naval Command. Okay. Now apart from it, Nepal Army Chief General Prabhu Ram Sharma was conferred the honorary rank of General of the Indian Army by President Ramnath Kovind. So this is actually a customary practice by the 2 countries to confer the honorary rank of general on each other's army chiefs. And General Sharma took over as the Chief of Army Staff in September 2021. Also, he is a graduate of National Defence College in India. Fine. Now in the previous lecture we have seen that the President of Chile, Sebastián Pinera, has recently been impeached by the lower house of the country's Congress. Then Daniel Ortega has recently won a 4th consecutive presidential term in elections that was held in Nicaragua. Also, Czech Republic has gained a new government after a 2-party coalitions signed a power sharing deal. Now a few days back we have seen that Prime Minister Narendra Modi has approved the reconstitution of his Economic Advisory Council, and Bibek Debroy, who is the President of Indian Statistical Institute, is the Chairman of this council. Now can you tell me who are the 3 new members to join this council? Please write your answers in the comments. Question number 5. Varun Thakkar and KC Ganapathy, who were in the news recently, are associated with which sport? So these are Indian sailors, and recently they have won gold medal at the Asian Sailing Championships 2021 that was held at Oman. So with this victory, they are set to represent India at the World Championship in November 2021. So this dual team finished the event at 10th spot to clinch the medal and are the only Asian team to be in the top 10. Fine. Now apart from it, Mitrabha Guha, who belonged to Kolkata, became India's 72nd Grandmaster recently. Also few days back we have seen that Sankalp Gupta, has recently become the 71st Grandmaster of India during an event in Serbia? Can you tell me from which state Sankat Gupta belonged to? Please write in the comments. And India's Manush Shah and Reet Rishya bagged the men's and women's single title in ITTF Ecuador International Open Table Tennis Tournament. Fine. Question number 6. Which country has gifted the largest and the most advanced warship Tughril to the Pakistan Navy? So the government of China has gifted its largest and the most advanced warship to Pakistan's Navy to boost its naval powers. And the war vessel is named as PNS Tughril by Pakistan. So this warship has been built by CSSC, that is China State Shipbuilding Corporation Limited, and is delivered to Pakistan by way of commissioning ceremony in Shanghai. Now apart from it, Wang Yaping has become the first Chinese woman to walk in space as her team completed a 6-hour walk outside the Tiangong space station. And talking about Tiangong, it is the latest achievement of China after landing a rover on Mars and sending probes to the moon. So its core module entered the orbit earlier this year, with the space station expected to be operational by 2022. Also recently, China has launched a rocket named as Shijian-21 atop of Long March 3B rocket from Xichang Satellite Launch Center. And apart from it, 43 countries have called on China at the United Nations to ensure the rights and respect of Muslim Uyghur community in Xinjiang. Fine. Question number 7. When does the United Nations celebrate the World Science Day for Peace and Development every year? So the United Nations celebrates 10th of November every year as the World Science Day for Peace and Development, which aims to basically highlight the role played by science in our society. And the theme for this year is Building Climate Ready Communities. And 2021 marks the 20th edition of World Science Day for Peace and Development. Okay. Now apart from it, every year 11th of November is observed in India as National Education Day. Why? To commemorate the birth anniversary of Maulana Abul Kalam Azad. Who is he? He was actually a freedom fighter and the first education minister of independent India. And during his tenure as education minister, UGC, AICTE, Kharagpur Institute of Higher Education, etc. were established. Okay. Now apart from it, the Union Cabinet approved the declaration of 15th of November, which is the birth anniversary of Birsa Munda, as Janjatiya Gaurav Divas. So week-long celebrations are planned from 15th of November to 22nd of November to commemorate the history of tribal people, their culture and their achievements. And talking about Birsa Munda, he was born in 1875 and was a very famous Indian freedom fighter and tribal folk hero from Munda tribe of Chota Nagpur Plateau area. So he fought for the rights of the tribal people and also founded a new religion called as Birset. Fine. Question number 8. At COP26 summit, China has released a joint plan with which country to cut down methane emissions? So a bilateral agreement between US and China, in which China has promised to finalize a plan to reduce its methane emissions this decade, was released at COP26 summit. And over 100 other countries had made a pledge to take 30% cut in methane emissions from current levels by the year 2030. And China was not a part, while the USA was part of the pledge. So the USA said that its electricity generation would become totally 100% carbon free by the year 2035. And China said it would initiate a phase down of coal consumption process during its 15th 5-year plan from 2025. So correct answer is option number D. Now apart from it, India has recently signed a deal with USA to develop air-launched unmanned aerial vehicles at the 11th Defense Technology and Trade Initiative meeting. So the meeting was co-chaired by Mr. Raj Kumar, who is the India's Secretary for Defense Production. And the Government of India has stated that 4 joint working groups attended the meeting representing land, naval, air and aircraft carrier technologies. Now one very important news, the USA has become 101st country to join International Solar Alliance, and this announcement was made by the US at COP26. And talking about International Solar Alliance, it is an intergovernmental alliance initiated by India, headquartered lies in Gurugram, and it was founded in the year 2015. Okay. Question number 9. Under the MPLAD scheme, what is the quantum of funds allocated to each MP for developmental work per annum? So under this particular scheme, each MP is allotted 5 crore rupees per annum, which is to be spent for development purpose. And the Union Cabinet has decided to restore the funding of this scheme for the remainder of 2021 to 22. Actually, the funds were suspended on a temporary basis due to the COVID-19 pandemic in April 2020. But now the consolidated amount of MPLAD funds for total 2 years, that is 7,900 crore rupees to the Consolidated Fund of India. Okay. Now apart from it, the National Achievement Survey is conducted every 3 years, and this survey was last conducted in the year 2017 and was scheduled to take place in 2020, but obviously due to coronavirus pandemic it was postponed until this year. So around 3.8 million students from 1,23,000 schools from across 36 states and union territories will participate in this survey, and the survey examines the competencies developed by the students at grades 3, 5 and 8. Also, this is the very first time that private schools are included in this survey. Now apart from it, as part of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, states and union territories have conducted week-long Clean Green Village activity under Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Scheme from 29th of October to 4th of November. So during this week, the focus was on the identification and construction of soap pits, vermicompost, reuse of waste materials, recycling of non-biodegradable waste, etc. Fine. Now coming to last question, which state celebrates Onake Obavva Jayanti? So the Karnataka government has approved the celebration of this particular Jayanti on 11th of November from this year. And she was a famous woman soldier who had fought against the forces of Hyder Ali in Chitradurga in 18th century. So now onwards every year this Jayanti would be celebrated. Now apart from it, the Indian government has recently launched a web portal for electric vehicles at the ongoing United Nations Climate Change Conference in Glasgow, Scotland. And the website has been named as eAmrit, which will be a one-stop destination for all information related to electric vehicles. So it includes data on the purchase, investment opportunities, policies and subsidies of EVs as per Niti Aayog. Okay. Now apart from it, Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath has recently flagged off the trial run of the Kanpur Metro, and also Uttar Pradesh is currently having operational metro railway service in Ghaziabad, Noida, Greater Noida and in Lucknow. So after the Kanpur Metro is flagged off, Uttar Pradesh would be the only state in the country to have the metro facilities in total 5 districts. Now a few days back we have seen that Kerala has topped the Public Affairs Index, and the top 3 states among the largest states are Kerala, Tamil Nadu and Telangana. The top 3 states among smaller states are Sikkim, Goa and then Mizoram. And the top 3 among union territories are Puducherry, Jammu Kashmir and Chandigarh. Okay. Now let's start with today's quiz. Here on the slide you can see 5 questions which have been taken from the past 2-3 days current affairs. Pause the video and try to solve each of these questions. And at the end of the lecture, do not forget to share your scores in the comment section. So please be honest and do not cheat with yourself. So that's it for today. I hope you have liked the session. These were the important news and events from today, and we will meet again tomorrow with some more important current affairs. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching, and please do not forget to subscribe to GK Today. With this, Minu Zatsana signing off.